Thank you, Kevin, and welcome everyone to this afternoon's big event, the WCSM Ice Bucket Challenge. We'll run through some of the preliminaries here for you before we get into the actual physical dumping of ice buckets filled with water over our heads here. This is a follow-up to a call-out. I want to thank Chris Muller with Edward Jones here in Salina for calling me out along with some other of his notable friends, and we are now putting together our Ice Bucket Challenge. We will be calling out somebody new, kind of passing it forward, as you might say, here in just a moment. But I wanted to make sure you understood a couple of thank yous right off the top. We wanted to thank Salina Wine Store and Jay Schinderberry for providing the ice. Of course, we need that. And Central Soft Waters out of Coldwater's providing crystal clear water for us today here along the banks of the Beaver. That was their choice, I think. So, but I also want to introduce to you people that many of you know already, part of the team here that's going to be participating at WCSM for this Ice Bucket Challenge. And I'll begin with J.R. Clay Roberts, the afternoon guy right here at WCSM. Clay, you brought a nice looking bucket there, and it looked like you're ready for this big event.
Well, it's matching my brand new Cubs swim trunks, which are really hard to find and they were cheap. So if you're a Cubs fan, you can understand why.
If you're cheap, you're a Cubs fan. I understand that. Okay. Chris Fader, one of our sales representatives at WCSM. This is one of his first group events, I think. He's helping to co-chair the senior fair coming up in a month or so, and hopefully he'll survive long enough to attend that. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing well, and I've always wanted to see what it's like to end my summer by getting pneumonia. So this should be great.
We picked a good day with temperatures into the upper 80s right now, and we're hoping to cool down, as I'm sure we will here in a few minutes. Larry Sealscott, one of our senior sales representatives. Larry's always dressed for the occasion, of course. Larry, I would imagine when you dump this over your head, you'll have the experience of one of those largemouth bass being put in the live well.
Yeah, I've been here 28 years, and they've always said I've never been an overachiever. And well, I picked today and brought a 5-gallon bucket, not knowing everybody else would bring a smaller bucket, but that's okay. And for my people out there watching, yes, I always do wear a tie when I'm working, and I'm working now, so there it is.
Speaking of smaller buckets, here, don't be misled here. This is not his bucket. Inside of it is his bucket. You'll see that here in a minute or two. Jonathan Williams, our sales manager here at WCSM.
My friends at Raffles wanted to make sure my ice stayed ice cold in my Yeti cooler. So it's as cold as can be. It's my 2-ounce bucket.
So with that, we'll take a moment here and call out. I want to call attention to two things. Number one, we're changing the format just a skosh. We're going to be wanting to draw attention to, and we're going to be making a financial donation to the Harvest Table ministry that's here in Salina and has been for a couple of years now, providing a free breakfast, a free lunch, a brunch type of meal available at St. Paul's United Methodist Church here in Salina every Saturday morning beginning at 10 o'clock. So we draw your attention to that wonderful ministry that's being and has been taking place now. I want to call out two individuals and actually a group that they're associated with, this being the 100th anniversary of the Salina Insurance Group. I'd like to call out their president, Bill Montgomery, a good friend, and the guy who spends all of his time discounting numbers. That's Vince Franz, who is also associated with the Salina Insurance Group. And I would challenge them, not just the two, Vince and Bill, but maybe 98 others that would even out 100, out on the parking lot at Salina Group to dump 100 buckets of ice cold water over their heads and making a donation or calling attention to a charity of their course. But if nothing else, let's at least have Bill Montgomery and Vince Franz out there with some support. That's the call out for today. And with that, we're about to begin with our process, and it's kind of a cheer of a sense. We'll see how it comes out for you. But Clay Roberts is going to head out the platform today, and we'll see how it goes.
Real quick, let's remind people that out of 5 guys, this is 40 pounds of ice that has been in the water for over 10 minutes, so this is going to be fun.
And don't try this at home.
Yeah, don't try it. Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
All righty. We'll make sure we're all in place. Okay, just so you guys hear the screams, you got to follow this. W.
C.
S. M.
We do it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, that was fun.
Oh,
that's cold.
I'm not about to touch the microphone again. It's over here in the grass someplace, but hopefully you can hear us off in the distance as we begin to dry out in the sun. We do it for you at WCSM, our Ice Bucket Challenge.
Back to you, Kevin.